It's weird, it kind of reminds us of like a Picasso, well actually like a really shit Picasso painting. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I'm not sure whether you're familiar with the TV show Taskmaster. It's a fantastic show, I love it. But basically it's this show that's based in the UK. I believe they've got a version in New Zealand though. I don't know whether they've got versions elsewhere in the world, but I'm pretty sure it originated in the UK at Edinburgh Fringe Festival. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And it's basically where they get a bunch of comedians to do these weird and unusual challenges for points.
Only elephants and hippos have that kind of tail!
And at the end, they win a trophy. They win the Taskmaster's head as a trophy. If you've never seen it, I would definitely recommend it. It's the kind of show where it's just just easy and nice to watch. Like, it's relaxing, it's funny, it's chilled, it's not too serious or anything, it takes your mind off the world. Couldn't recommend it enough. But basically, in the last series that they had, series 13 I believe, on the final episode, they did this challenge where the comedians had to draw their own portrait through a canvas by poking their nose through the centre of it and not being able to see what they're actually drawing. And it was hilarious, and I thought it was a great idea. And I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna do it myself. Greg's already said that he couldn't give a shit about having a civilian version of Taskmaster, so this is the closest I'm gonna come. I'm gonna have to do it myself. This is my audition tape, I'm gonna do it myself, and then maybe I'll get on the show. I'll never get on the show, I'm not a comedian. But I've got a canvas with a hole cut out for my nose, so that's where my nose will be poking through. I've got a bunch of different pens, and I'm hoping I'm gonna create a portrait. I don't know what this is going to look like. It'll probably just be a mess. I think they were also time challenged on the episode when they had to do it, but I'm not going to challenge myself with like a 30-second timer or anything because I feel like doing this on its own, it's enough of a challenge. I'm going to take as much time as I need to create this masterpiece. Okay, I think I'll start off with an outline of my face. So my nose is here. Oh, my arms aren't long enough. This canvas is too big. Okay, well, I'm thinking here. Oh, I'm gonna have to switch hands. I'm hoping this is looking okay. Oh, this is ridiculous. I can't tell whether that's connected. I think it's connected. That's the outline of my face. I need ears. I feel like I've made that ear too big. Well, I've got quite big ears, it's fine. And then another ear here. Okay, that'll do. I might need to put subtitles on this video because my mouth is literally on a piece of wood. I can barely talk. Right, I think I'll start with hair. I'm not going to do my hat, it's too much of a challenge. You know what? This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard. That'll do for the yellow part of my hair. And I have been bleaching my hair, so there's bits of orange in it as well. Just to add a bit of texture. Okay, I think that'll do. So if I'm thinking about my eyes, well, my nose is here. My eyes will be about here. And then I'll go around to the outside. I'm having to do this with my left hand. Okay, do they look like eyes? I hope so. Okay, so I need blue to colour my eyes in. I can't remember where I've drawn my eyes. Out here? That felt right. And about here. Time for some lips. The thing is as well, I guarantee this portrait, even though I'm doing it blind, it'll look exactly like any other portrait I've ever done on the channel. I feel like I have a very specific style, and that style is like someone in their second year of school. A child, that's my style. Right, so lips. Nose is here. Lips would be here. I'll go like that. I think I did that right. Oh, actually I want to do the detailed bits where you have like the lines on the lips. Okay, right, I need my glasses as well. Where's my nose at? Here. So, about there. And then about here. And then that should go over my ear. Now swap hands. I don't feel like that one was right. Along. Did I draw the bit in the middle? I can't remember. I think I did. Right, I think that's the glasses done. Time for my t-shirt. I'm just gonna do my t-shirt green. Yeah, if you notice, this bit of wood, it's like right in my mouth. It's so hard to talk. I forgot that canvases have a cross beam in them. Did I draw a neck? I don't think I drew a neck, did I? I'm just gonna have to not have a neck. I'm thinking here would be where my t-shirt is. About here. And I'll just do a bit of colouring in for the t-shirt. Okay. Oh, I forgot eyebrows. Oh, this is terrible. Where have I put my eyes? Where have I put my glasses? I'm thinking eyebrows might be... Where's my nose? Here.
Megan, no! Look away!
Think about here.
It happened.
And another one... here.
Megan, no! Look away!
I don't feel like that was right at all. Oh, my beard as well. I forgot about my beard. Oh, my beard's black. Right, so I need my beard and my moustache. Oh, wait. I can do the moustache. There's my nose. And my moustache is here. But where did I put the mouth? I think my beard might be here. Is that where it's at? I hope so. I've not had a shave in a while. I've trimmed my beard, so it's quite bushy. About there. And then maybe a bit of stubble. There. And a bit of stubble here. And I was debating whether to colour my face in, but the issue is I don't know where on here is my face and where isn't my face. So I'm just going to do some like shading, I think, and try and figure it out. I don't need to do a nose because my nose is already here. Like maybe it's a bit there, a bit up here, maybe it's a bit there. Oh, I got my nose. Oh, that's a permanent marker as well and I've just got it on my nose. Oh, it smells nice though. Oh, it smells good. Maybe there's a bit here, and my forehead would be here. A bit on the other side. And a bit up there. And down here. I think that's looking good. Obviously I can't tell. I'm sure it looks absolutely awful. And then I might just do some like polka dots for the background. Just to add a bit of depth and a bit of pattern and texture. I think I'll get extra points for that. Because I know in Taskmaster, Greg, I think he slagged one of them off for not using a lot of the canvas. So I want to make sure all the canvas is covered. And I think I might be done. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I've done ears, I've done eyes, I've done glasses, a moustache, a beard. My nose is already there. I've done my lips, my hair. Yeah, I think I've done everything. Okay, so it's time for me to see what I've actually drawn. Oh, I look horrible. Look at my eyes. Look at the state of the face. It didn't even connect up at the top. I think I did the lips quite well though. Oh, okay, so there's the eye. I drew the glasses over the eye. And I missed the colouring from the eye. I've done it off the eye. But everything's contained within the face. The ears are floating. The hair, I'm just completely missing anything like up top. I've lost it all. It's weird. It kind of reminds us of like a Picasso, well, actually like a really shit Picasso painting. I don't think I've done too bad considering I couldn't see myself. Obviously it looks nothing like us. I think in this episode as well, all the drawings were absolutely awful. I think I should have really bought a smaller canvas. I think the fact that this canvas is so big, because I've had to do it with two hands, you can tell I'm right-handed because the left-hand side is just absolutely, well, it's terrible, isn't it? But the right-hand side looks okay. You can start to see the face there, and then that side of the face just drifts off. I'm still kind of into it though. I think that's a masterpiece. I think that's a complete work of art, I'm not gonna lie. And it was very fun. It was a very fun creative process. I enjoyed myself. Apart from doing this entire video, pretty much chewing on a piece of wood. So there we go, that's my attempt at the nose through your canvas drawing challenge Taskmaster video. Slash my audition video to be on Taskmaster. If Greg or Alex ever sees this, you know, feel free to give us a call. I'll come on your show. You don't even need to pay us. I'll happily do it for free. That's how much of a fan I am. I think Greg would give us 5 points.
He's disqualified in the end. Yeah, from the whole show.
But if any of yous ever try this challenge, which I think you should, it's very fun, then feel free to tag me in pictures of what you make and your self-portraits, because I think it'll be very, very amusing. If you've seen Taskmaster and you've seen a task that you want me to try, feel free to let me know in the comments, because I will do it. I'll do them all. Well, it depends, because some of the tasks require a big budget. And, well, I don't have a big budget. But stuff like this I can easily do. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Right, let's email the National Portrait Gallery. See if they want to hang this on the wall. I can't see why they wouldn't.